early today just to get myself set up and wait for some people to come in. I find that when I turn the live on at noon, I hit the ground running, and then people come in a little late and they miss the tent tour and all that stuff. So I figured I'll go live while I get set up, and then we'll be ready to rock for noon. All right, so I'm just gonna get myself set up. You guys hang tight, wait for a few people to arrive, and can't wait to get started. It's a heat wave outside, but cold in the grow tent because I got the AC on and my tent's not happy. Alright guys, I'm back. Just getting set up. How's everybody doing today? What's up, Zinc? What's up, Pro Pyro? Happy Tuesday! How's everybody doing today? I'm realizing that I need new gloves soon. I'm running out. So yeah, thought I'd hop on a little earlier. Today might be a little bit longer of a live just because I got so much crap to do, and I'm taking you guys with me. So feeling good today, excited. I don't know if you guys saw, I posted a short this morning, working hard on the renovation. What are you renovating, Pro? Do tell, share with the class. Yeah, I feel great today. I'm really excited that I've got my first watermelon growing, and I think I pollinated it correctly. So I'm very, very, very excited, feeling super positive today. And please say hello to my friend Mike Hunt. What's up, Mike Hunt? I hope hope you guys are here to enjoy the indoor gardening stuff too, and not just give shout outs to your friends. Windows, doors, a lot of things. Oh, cool. Do you do the renovation? Is it on your own house, or what specifically are you doing on? I'm interested to learn about my subscribers. You guys, we are so close to 1,000. It's not even funny. I can't wait. I'm gonna grind so hard. So to give you guys context, for those of you that just joined, I started this journey on July 3rd. I remember the date because it's a date I'll never forget. It changed my life. I started this gardening journey on July 3rd, 2020. And the day I started it was the day I started this YouTube page, and as well as my Instagram. So everything started at the same time, and I kind of want to just celebrate myself by reaching 1,000 subs by that date. So if you guys see a ton of content coming from me this week, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I am working really, really hard. Did I hear about that illegal drug farm? No, I didn't, but I don't have an illegal drug farm. This is food, you guys. A lot of people think I grow cannabis, but I do not. I grow food. Maybe one day I will master the art of growing cannabis, but for now, I'm trying to master the art of getting more than one freaking cucumber, you guys. And I don't know if you remember, but I had this huge cucumber growing, and I thought that it was healing all the energy away from the rest of the plant. Hang on, just make sure I'm on the right Wi-Fi here, because I don't. I had this huge cucumber growing, and as soon as the cucumber started growing, I wasn't getting any flowers or any new cucumbers or anything. I just had the one growing, and anything new that I did have was just shriveling up and dying. So I increased the calcium because I was taking it easy with the calcium, and now that I've done that, everything is, I've got so many flowers happening at once. It's insane. I didn't know that. So calcium, obviously, I have to obviously do more research. Calcium has everything to do with flowering and flower production and all that stuff. So I'm glad I figured that out, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about in a minute. That sounds like me in cold weather, shriveling up and dying. Well, I don't know where you're from, Nick, but here in Ontario, people are probably shriveling up and dying from the heat. So, yeah, it's very hot here, and because I have the air conditioning on, my tent is actually colder than normal. So I've been playing around with the exhaust and shutting down the fans for a little bit, which is why I need to stay on top of my pruning, because I don't want to get things like PM, and I don't want to spray anything on my plants if I can help it. So yeah, I'm just gonna get my other pruners because I'm working on sterilizing them right now, because we are going to be pruning. I don't know where that is, and I don't know if you're you're trolling me or not. But whatever, man. All good. All right, so before I start with the pruning, I'm going to take you guys on a little tent tour in a few minutes. I'm just going to continue myself set up. What else did I need to do? There was something I had to do and I forgot. Don't remember. But yeah, we're also going to have to quickly pollinate the cucumbers. I'm so good at growing. I have bad bones. Okay, Nick. Okay. I get trolled all the time on here. You guys are probably just mocking me. But you know what? When you are starving and there's nothing left on this earth, I'm going to have all my own food going, and you're going to be without it. That was a stupid comeback. Sometimes I get put on the spot and I don't know what to say, but I don't care. You know, troll all you want. It adds to the chat, and hopefully it pushes my stuff through the algorithm. What's up, Ray Cassis? Thank you for joining. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Today I've got my work out for me. I've got a bunch of content to shoot. Again, because my goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers. So I need to get like 80 more subscribers in the next few days. So I've got like, I need 10 subscribers a day for the next pretty much. And I'm going to be working on a lot of long form content. Yeah, so don't forget to keep a lookout for that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all those fun things. What's up, Mia Lifestyle? Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you guys. So today's a pruning day. I just disinfected, or I'm working on, this is 29% H2O2, and I've got all my stuff in there just getting cleaned, and we are going to get pruning. But before that, I'm going to take you guys on a little tour around the tent, show you what's new, and of course show you my new watermelon. We're going to pollinate the cucumbers quickly, and then we're going to prune our tomato jungle, because I'm actually worried about getting some PM. There's so much overlap, so hopefully we'll be able to deal with that. What's still got my zinnia flowers. They're still producing petals, which is so crazy to me. But yeah, they're doing great. I can't believe they're actually still alive, to be honest. And I will have to take you for an outdoor update. I don't know about today, because I feel like today is going to be kind of long, because I do have to thoroughly prune these tomato plants. But tomorrow or something, I'm gonna take you guys, that's a strong type of strain. Wow. What strain? I forget what we were talking about. Oh, the zinnia flowers. Yes, they are so, dude, I harvested this one like 3 weeks ago and it's still producing more. That's why I love these flowers, because they're really hard to kill and they're really easy to grow. But yeah, I can't wait to show you guys. I got more opening up, and because of this heat wave, I have all my zinnias outside. They're all blooming. Sorry, not blooming, but they've formed buds, which is really, really exciting. I can't believe it happens quickly. Last summer, well, it could be because I started everything in the aeroponic system and I got a good head start, or it could just be because it's hotter sooner. Last summer was really off to a slow start, and even though it was, we've got this heat wave. And then tomorrow's not going to be as hot out, or there's one day this week that's not going to be as hot out, but other than that, I think we're going to get a good yield on my outdoor garden this year. I can't wait to show you guys, because you guys were with me when we started the seeds and when we transferred them outside. So yeah, we're definitely going to do an outdoor garden update this week. I'm just not sure when. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. So you guys, without further ado, let's go on this tent tour. There's a lot of new stuff I want to show you guys, so might be a little bit longer of a tour than normal, but I've got so much growing, you guys. I can't wait. So what are we starting with now? Let's start with the towers. So yellow tower, yes, I know there's algae. It's a user error. It's because I didn't fasten these properly, so they're just leaking now, and I have a bit of algae, but it's a quick fix. But our parsley is coming along very nicely. I've got quite an abundance in this tower once it starts to grow. It's been in the tower now for 3 weeks, and we've got some nice little roots forming. I have multiple true leaves now, and then I've got some of my flowers growing in here that they will be going outside. I just started them in the system to head start to hopefully maximize the short summer months that we get in Ontario, Canada, you guys. I've also got a little bit of sage growing here. And the green tower, you guys were with me when we put together the green tower, when we started the seeds, when we transplanted the seeds, and now here's where we're at. So I don't know if you guys were here yesterday, but if you were, this has grown so much in one day. It's wild, man. Lettuce grows so fast in these grow towers. I've got 2 different varieties right now. Well, actually, I might have a couple more. But for the most part, it's romaine and regular leaf lettuce. I've got some nice little roots starting to form. I mean, just one root, but it looks cute and things are coming along nicely. If you guys like it, smash that like button. What's up, Chaz Grows? Happy Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. The vibes are super, super high because there's just so many good things going on in the garden. Look at these cucumbers, you guys. We just transferred these last weekend, right? What day was it? We transferred them on the weekend, I think. And I've already got some nice roots, so next week I'm gonna fire up that second bucket system because these guys are gonna start to outgrow the tower. So nice little roots there. They look great. We've got our first true leaf, and these ones, we got the second true leaf coming out. So I am just over the moon because you guys know the challenges I've had with cucumbers. And if you don't, well, just go back and watch my stuff and you'll see I have a lot of challenges with cucumbers, but now I feel like I've got a system down and I understand the better. So I'm excited to have more and to just get a great yield. Honestly, that first cucumber, that was the best cucumber I've ever had in my whole life. I can't believe I grew it myself. Thank you so much, Chaz Grows. Appreciate you guys. You guys are always so kind. You guys pump up my ego a little too much. I'm just kidding. I'll take all the compliments. We got lettuce, we got some dill, we got parsley, we got cilantro. I've got everything growing, you guys. I'm so excited. I'm gonna definitely be harvesting some of this lettuce tonight. I've got sage, I've got basil, I've got giant red mustard. So this is interesting because last grow, I actually tried to, I tried this variety and it wouldn't go red. So now I finally see the red pigments in the giant red mustard coming in. So maybe it's a matter of nutrients or something, but I'm quite excited about that. Yikes, we've got tomatoes growing in the tower. A little bit of a mess, but what's up, Todd? Thank you for joining. And I've got my basil right here. So a lot of good stuff growing on. I'm very, very excited. But one of the things I'm the most excited, guys, so again, I had a cucumber. This plant is called the Straight 8 cucumber, and it was growing. I successfully pollinated it. I harvested it. I ate it. It was the best freaking cucumber I've had in my whole life. And after that, well, before I harvested it, nothing was growing. Just the one cucumber, all the flowers that were new were drying up, and all the new cucumbers that were emerging were also just drying up. I felt as though the cucumber that was growing was sucking all the life out of the plant pretty much, and I felt like if I harvested it, then the rest would continue to grow. But you know, that doesn't make sense, because then when you think about outside, cucumbers are abundant. You don't just have one growing at once, you have a bunch growing throughout the course of the season. And so it had to do with nutrients then. So I just did some brief research, and I increased the calcium, so the Cali Magic, which is calcium and magnesium. But first and foremost, it's the calcium I think that they need in order to be able to flower and produce fruit. I think it's just something that they need at this stage to help support that. As for the other plants that I have in the buckets, like the peppers and the tomatoes, I'm not sure if it's the same because I haven't issues with flowering. However, once I added the calcium, I noticed a huge difference in all the other plants as well. So there's a time and place for it. My first grow, I didn't use it at all. My second grow, I used it too much. I implemented it too early. And what's up, Pulse Grow? Thank you so much for hanging out, you guys. We were just talking about this. The tail end of this week is going to be all in-depth stuff about the Pulse Pro. Just trying to wrap my head around all the data so that I can make it really digestible for you guys. Because if you're like me and you really don't know what you're doing, that tool is going to change your life. So I had to get one because it's imperative, especially with this tent issues I've had. It's going to give me a really clear picture of what's happening, including with these cucumbers that I was just telling you guys about, because I've had so many challenges with PM and the humidity levels and all that stuff. So I can't freaking wait. See, it's right there. But yeah, so stay tuned for that, you guys. That's probably going to be really interesting for you guys. You're going to watch me kind of probably have some kind of breakthrough where I realize I've been doing something wrong or that something needs to be adjusted, because I am still learning and I don't know what I'm doing. But this tool, along with you guys are going to help me get there. So I can't wait to take you on the journey with me. It's going to be so much fun. Back to the cucumbers. I'm going to show you guys what increasing the calcium done. So I went from having no flowers at all. They were all, so I'll show you, where is it here? I had okay, this is what was happening when I had this cucumber growing. See all those dead flowers right there? They weren't opening at all. And now I've got flowers here, flowers there, flowers there, and look at all that's happening here. We've got one cucumber here, one cucumber right behind. I've got another cucumber, where was it? Saw it somewhere. Anyways, I got about like 4, oh yeah, there's another one here. And I'm just so excited, you guys, because it's the best cucumber I've ever tasted. I'm not even kidding. You know, like when I was a kid and I used to, oh, wow, squirrel. I've got Oh my gosh, is that 3 in there or 2? Oh no, that's 2. So ever since I increased the calcium, I've got such an abundance. So I think this is the hands-on way of learning the importance of calcium, but also the idea of not overdoing it, right? Everything has its place and purpose, and obviously everything has its perfect amount. So just really quick, back to the cucumbers. We are well on our way to more cucumbers, and I'm feeling honestly very proud and accomplished. I know it's just a cucumber plant, but when you are growing indoors, you are responsible for hand pollinating yourself, which brings me in a second to the next update. So first, zinnia flowers, they're all gonna start opening this week. That's the joke, more CalMag. I know. So when I first got it, I overused the crap out of it because I thought this missing piece to my messed up plants, this is gonna fix them. And then I way overused it, and so now I've been super cautious. I haven't been using it really at all. But then I decided, all right, you know what? Let me try it for my cucumbers. And I added just a little bit, and now it's the perfect amount. So I'm seeing the results of what I've tried, and I'm happy with it. I'm liking it. So our zinnia flowers, I just showed you guys the ones that I harvested. I'll go grab them so you guys know what plant it is. Different varieties, different colors, but they are flowers. They last very long. This one is a Queenie Lime variety, and it's been harvested 3 weeks ago, and it's still producing new petals, which is wild to me. This one was harvested, I think, a week and a half ago, and it's doing great. It's super cute. So these are those plants right here. They're looking beautiful and healthy. Got some buds over there, bud opening here, bud opening there, and yeah, we got just a bunch of blooms. I'm very, very excited. And then dahlia flowers. Not sure if you guys are into flowers, but these grow into tubers, and I was gonna get them in the ground, but I'm kind of curious to see what tubers do in an aeroponic system. So we're gonna see how they do. But they might need some because they're looking a little sad. Our strawberry, oh my goodness, you guys, it is doing so good. I'm just very, very, very excited. Can't wait to get some runners. We're gonna propagate those runners. I got my first growing right there. So we're gonna propagate those, root them, then cut them, and just multiply this plant. Moving on to the most exciting part of today, you guys. Check it out. Ready? I gotta find it because it's a jungle in here. But I mean, I showed you guys this yesterday, but I think I pollinated it successfully. So gotta show you again. We got our first watermelon growing. Hang on. There it is. A little sugar baby watermelon. It is so freaking cute. I cannot wait. And it's like perfect for summer. So we pollinated it with the only female flower we had. And with the only male flower we had that was open. And we've got a bunch more that are gonna open. So hopefully they open in time so that we can continue to pollinate. As you can see, I got to deal with these tomatoes because they're taking away all the light from all these other plants, and they're just insane, you guys. I prune them once or twice a week, and I can't keep up. I just can't. Peppers. Look at all this pollen on my bucks, you guys. I got to clean that. I've got these Chinese 5-color peppers. I moved the second plant next to this one just so that they can be together. And beautiful purple peppers that eventually evolve through a series of different colors as they ripen. And then you've got like 5 colors in one plant. And it's just like a kaleidoscope of beauty. Very, very excited. These ones, oh my gosh, guys, I think I showed you this yesterday. If you guys were a part of this yesterday, this has grown like 2-3 centimeters overnight, which is wild. I'm very excited if you guys can't tell. And then I got more growing there. So these are the kinds of pep plants that are going to give us an abundance. We got some good roots happening here. This one was further behind, but as you can see, look at all that new growth happening. These are Ogo net pots. I love the purple. It's just too bad that I didn't put this plant right here in the purple net pot, because how cool would that be? I'm so excited. Look at these, you guys. I think these are gonna be the poblano peppers. These are ancho poblano peppers. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a good shot for you guys. But very, very exciting. I've got already an abundance going. It's actually kind of crazy. There's so many growing so fast. What else, you guys? I don't know. I got so much stuff. And then our bell peppers, again, I've been telling you guys, I'm looking for that bag appeal. I want to get them as large as possible. So I've been pinching off all the new flowers and just leaving anything under 7 flowers or peppers per plant. And look, so this is my fist. It's almost the size of my fist, which is like the peppers you get from the store. So that is so awesome. I'm very proud of myself. I've been trying to get some legitimately sized peppers so that, you know, peppers and stuff like that, it's hard to do when you have really, really tiny peppers. So look at that. Doesn't that look gorgeous? And then tomatoes, I've already kind of briefly shown you. We've got so many flower clusters, a lot going on, a lot of foliage. So today's focus is to defoliate, and we got some ripening happening. So I have the original tomatoes, obviously not the ones that I harvested seeds from, but the same variety that I purchased from the store that I got the seeds from. I actually have them now. So we are going to be able to do a taste test, store-bought versus homegrown, of these exact ones, specifically the orange ones. These are the first ones that are ripe. So I will be doing a taste test, just see whose are better, mine or the grocery store. But we already know the answer. It's gonna be mine. Todd says, try to water soluble gypsum for natural calcium input. No, I have not. What I'm using right now is the Cali Magic from General Hydroponics, and I don't use it in large amounts. I am nervous about it because in my second grow, I way overused it. I am queen of overusing product, you guys. I just get so excited and I just go to freaking town, and then I learn the hard way. So that's why I always give with your fertilizer or your nutrients, start off small. You can always add, but you can never remove, which technically I can. If the plants haven't uptaken it yet, I can flush my system and just add in some fresh water, but that is a chore. Who wants to do that? So just don't overuse calcium. So I've got my electric toothbrush. I don't have any female flowers open yet, so I'm pollinating the male flowers that are open right now. This is going to promote some more flower production, even though it looks like that's kind of already taken care of right now. But I'm just so excited that I have all these new cucumbers that are going to be growing. Oh man. So I'm going to really have to stay on top of pollinating, because I cannot let this plant down, you guys. The flavor of the cucumber that I harvested is my incentive to keep things going and to keep things alive. So now I've got my pruners sitting 29% hydrogen peroxide, just to make sure they're clean. I mean, you don't always have to do this. I know people that just pick up their pruners and go for it. I like to keep things super clean and maintain good habits so that I don't have people troll me on and be like, oh my God, she didn't disinfect her pruners. So I just do it to make sure that you guys have nothing to say about it. All right, so the first thing I typically do when I prune, as you guys can see here, I want to keep my plants a little lower. I will be raising the lights a little more, but I'm short and I can't maintain this high, I just chop them down to a specific height, and then it actually forces them to grow outwards versus upwards. Every time I chop the top off, it forces them to grow out the sides versus in height. So that's the first thing I focus on when I'm pruning, is just to make sure we're taking care of the height. So even if it's a weird point to prune the plant at, I don't care. I just need to keep it short. So when I have my second bucket system operational, we're going to be propagating all these cuttings and just multiplying our tomatoes. I'm going to get a tray to put my waste in. BRB. And normally, I usually put the waste just in the backyard by my garden, but I've noticed that it's going to attract bunnies, which I don't want. I want to keep them away from my flowers. So there's a few things I'm going to prune. A lot of people's approaches with pruning is to prune off the suckers and focus the energy on root growth and fruit production. Because I'm trying to kind of, not manipulate, but I'm trying to the tomato plants so that they grow wider instead of taller. I forget what my point was. Oh yeah, sometimes I prune off suckers and sometimes I don't, depending on how much space it's taking up. I have been looking online a lot, and the people that have the highest yields, they don't prune their suckers, even though it may impact of your fruit. First of all, you have to ask yourself, what's my purpose? What am I doing this for? So for me, I do enjoy a little bit smaller fruit, so I'd rather leave the suckers, have more fruit, just smaller tomatoes. I enjoy that little, like that snap when it's like a very small tomato and you bite into it and you get that snap. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really, really good. So some of the suckers I prune and some of them I leave on. It really just depends. If I have 5 suckers left on a plant, I might prune the 6th one because I don't want to get greedy, and I also need the plant to just be healthy and have proper air circulation. Like even stuff like this, again, I'm trying to keep it clean. It's poking out the trellis, and if I clip it in, it's just going to be overlapping and making a mess with the other stuff. So I'm going to prune that off, and it's a business decision, you guys. It's not personal. Even though it was flowering, I've got a whole lot more where that came from, and I don't want to get greedy because the only place that has led me to is getting diseases on my plants because I just got too much going on and I can't regain control of the mess that I've created. So I'll just prune off some of these here, and the ones that I'm pruning off are fruit bearing, which, you know, it sucks, but it doesn't at the same time because we got so much. Again, I don't want to be greedy. So I got a lot going on all over the place here. Like I said, I've got so many suckers per plant. I gotta be careful, you guys. So I'm just gonna pull this out here. See what's on this branch. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this branch because I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna show you guys. Hang on. So this tomato right here, it's got so many suckers already. So this is a sucker, and it's the one I'm gonna prune off probably. And then here I've got all these branches just from the one plant. This is the plant over here, but they're all the way over here. This is still the same plant, and it splits off in 2 places, and then that splits off in 2 places. So I gotta clean it up. Again, I can't get greedy, right? I gotta decide what I want to get rid of and get rid of it. So it's important to stay on top of that, and sometimes it feels like you're taking a step back you're cutting off your plant, but it's got to be done, you guys. It's just got to be done. So I am going to get rid of this. It's going to help the other stuff take off. I'm going to get rid of those clips. I have some clips on here. We will repurpose those for other areas. But yeah, it's important to stay on top of your pruning. As much as I've been staying on top of it, things are still out of control. It's okay, it is a garden, right? But at the same time, because I'm not spraying things and I'm not doing much IPM, I do have to be super, 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 super cautious, super careful. So yeah, guys, I'm just really, really excited. All right, so I also have to flip around the other side to understand how much space these guys are taking up to see if I can clear anything here. All right. Moving down the line for now. It's tough to do on camera because it looks like I'm scattered and I'm just doing random things, but I'm really not, I swear. There's a reason why I'm doing certain things. I'm really just trying to clear up the clutter, guys. There's too much of it. So some of this stuff has to go. And it only means that it's going to better the quality of our yield because I'm not overdoing it. Definitely gonna need some clips in here, that's for sure. And I gotta be super careful not to break the truss, right? Or to cut the wrong branch. Don't want to cut anything that's already got developing fruit. You know, if it's got flowers, that's okay, but nothing with developing fruit. And the beauty is you can propagate all this stuff. So if I really wanted, I'll just get a pile of dirt or one of these here. I've got these totes right here. I'll just fill that up with some dirt and throw them outside and get them to root. Or root them in the grow tower and then plant them outside. That's a way of not wasting the plant. So right now I'm just cutting down the height, keep things low, keep things clean, and then we'll move on to kind of more of a defoliating purpose behind what we're doing. So as you can see, all these are flower bearing. If you wanted to propagate it, just take off all these extra branches, and then you'd want to cut it on a 45 right here and stick it in the tower and root it. A glass of water. Tomatoes are one of the easiest things to propagate, you guys. What do we got growing on here? When I tell you guys, it's become a mess. I had everything organized. Every tomato plant was like lined up and clipped to the trellis nicely, and now everything's just a disaster again. Which it must mean I'm doing something right. What's up, Death Squad? Happy Tuesday! Hope you guys are having a great week so far. I'm loving this heat that we've been getting. I know a lot of people are complaining, but you can complain when those back. How about that? So I'm just going to be adding, I'll show you guys. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. I've got this one tomato plant here. I'm just trying to clip it to the trellis so that it doesn't hang or obstruct anything else. Got to get it cleaned up though, and I got some broken branches. All right, clean that up here. You're gonna see after I'm done with this pruning, you guys are gonna be like, whoa, what did she do? But it's all for a purpose. You know, actually, there was somebody on the chat that was like, oh, you should prune them. And I said, oh, I don't want to because they look so lush and green. And then they were like, no, trust me, they're going to grow back quick. So I was like, fine, then I'm going to prune. And by the end of the live, everyone was like, whoa, I think you went a little overkill. But then within a day, everything grew back tenfold. So I was like, oh my goodness. So now I've been in a good habit of doing it like weekly, if not twice a week. What's up, Jack Ashes? Happy Tuesday to you too. Death Squad set for vacation on Thursday and came back last night seeing my garden is now producing cute peppers and tomatoes. Congratulations, Death Squad. That's so exciting. I can definitely share in the excitement with you because I'm going through that myself right now, where I think all the fruits of my labor are starting to grow, and it's the best feeling. So good job. I'm proud of you. Jay says, kudos to you. Tomatoes grow too crazy for me. Yes, thank you. And you guys, I'm like going against who I am. I don't care. I don't give a crap. And I can be super lazy. So this garden is forcing me to not even be the best version of myself, because I don't even think that's me, but it's forcing me to evolve and to become that person, which is cool. I'm normally, like my first grow, I was like, let it go. And then I got sick and I couldn't go in the tent for like 2 weeks. Thank goodness everything is automated. And by the time I returned to the tent, I had PM everywhere. Instead of green, everything was white. So I learned things the hard way. But that's okay, because as long as I learn. If I did all this and didn't learn anything, then we'd have a real problem on our hands, you guys. All right, we'll do a little vacuum after. I do end up making a mess after I prune. Vacuuming is something I do regularly in here as well. It is imperative. Just try to keep the floor clean. Try to keep it, as clean as possible. So it's already a little less jungle-like, which I'm happy about, but I'm gonna keep, because now that I've gotten to know my plants and understand them, I understand that tomorrow they're gonna need another pruning. So may as well just go kind of extreme today and stress them the F out. Maybe they'll grow some more fruit for me. So yeah, guys, this is what I do to decompress. This is my hobby. People are like, what do you do for fun? I'm like, what do you mean? You're looking at it. This is what I do for fun. Having some more clips along the way. This keeps things kind of neat. Everything in its place. Otherwise, I had it before where you let the branches go out of control and then you have tomato branches growing where they don't belong. It is quite challenging though to keep them under control because I guess I'm just growing them so well, you guys, that they're so happy that I can't keep up. But let's not complain. Let's just be happy that we have happy plants. Again, I also want to consider, I have other plants growing in here, right? So on the other side, I'm going to have to clear up some of the foliage because otherwise nothing's going to grow. Death Squad says, how's the weather up there? It is insanely hot in Connecticut today, looking about 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow, that is very hot. Here, I haven't checked the weather. Let me check the weather here. So yesterday was like 40 degrees. Today, 31 degrees Celsius, but that's like, I guess, without the Humidex. I don't know. There's a heat warning. So very, very hot. I've actually been having to check on my outdoor flower garden, and some days I'm not even home, and it's very challenging because, they wilt in the heat, and I didn't put in all that work just for them to wilt. So it's so hot that my dahlias, within a couple hours in the sun, are like, oh, totally wilted. So, and then when you're watering outside in the full sun, you got to be careful, right? You don't want to burn your leaves. You're normally not supposed to water in the sunlight, but we do if our plants really, really need it. These pruners, by the way, are so freaking sharp. I told you guys this before, but I think it was 4 weeks ago, I was harvesting lettuce. I cut off the corner. I didn't actually cut off the corner of my finger. I cut off, I mean, I think it was more than just a piece of skin. It was like literally a chunk of my finger, and it healed, but the part on my finger actually still hurts. So probably cut it quite deep. All right, so there are some, all right, I'm gonna have to go around to the other side. I'm gonna turn my down, just because if we're working under them, I don't want to hurt my eyes. Yes, I'm very short. I have to go on my tippy toes just to turn down my lights. Oh, I still forgot, we've got some height here that I have to take care of. And we're gonna see on tomorrow's tent tour how much the tomatoes have ripened since the pruning, because pruning really expedites the ripening process. And I also like to keep the bottoms of my plants clean. There's no foliage on the bottom. That way it makes it easier for cleanup and for airflow. Excuse me. And my plants like it. Okay, so I feel like I still got to work on this side. It's out of control before we move on to the other side. So get some of these guys untangled. So the goal is to avoid leaves overlapping. Once you start to get leaves overlapping, it can cause, where should I cut this here? It can cause like moisture to build up, and then you get things like PM, which I don't want. What's up, Les? Thanks for joining. How are you guys doing today? Everyone's having a great day, staying cool, and having fun watching me prune. Just going to flip you guys around here. I don't know if you guys can see, but there are a couple of branches here that are overshadowing my peppers. And my peppers, oh my gosh, they're getting so bushy that I also have to deal with those at some point. I haven't pruned them yet just because I've been reading, and you guys have told me that peppers do like the shade. And so just want to be, you know, gentle. I don't want to prune and screw anything up. I am doing it quite aggressively today. Like, I'm cutting off a lot. Again, after I do this on a live, people are like, oh my God, why did you cut so much? But then within a day or so, you see, I'm just gonna cut this off, F it. Within a day or so, you see everything already grew back. You can't even tell that I pruned it. But yes, I definitely do go prune crazy. Can't help it. Like, look at all this stuff we already got rid of. See that puddle? I went to pick some of my cousin's peas, strawberries, and garlic scapes while she's not home. Nice! I bet you they'll grow back by the time she's back. Oh my gosh, where does this branch go? Holy crap. Alright, I'm gonna have to... There is fruit growing on here, so I'm gonna cut it right... Where do I want to cut it? I'm gonna cut it right here. yeah, guys, exfoliating can definitely be relaxing. It's a nice way to kind of practice mindfulness and disconnect a little bit, which I enjoy. Do I want to keep this? This plant is already... Alright, we're just going to keep this for now. See, I gotta clip this. So I'll show you guys, I've got this. This tomato is out of control, this plant. So I've got the main stem here that goes up, and then it splits off. But I cut it, so it goes up here, it goes up, and also goes down. So maybe we cut that part off. Oh my, this is a huge plant. Wow. Anyways, so then there's this whole part to the plant back here, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep that or if I flip it. We're gonna go maybe around to the other side, and then the same plant also has like another stem that's just gone wonky. I don't know how this happened, but I think I'm just gonna clip it to the trellis on this side. I'm gonna kind of pass it through the trellis gently. It looks like it's gonna be an abundant branch. I've already got so many flowers that I don't wanna get rid of it just yet. So I tucked it here, and we're gonna clip it like this so that it hangs tight. Where are my clips? So for those of you that don't know, tomato clip, well, they're any kind of plant clips, but they're great. You can adjust, oh, that one's broken. You can adjust how tight you want to clip it based on how small the stem is. So you've got different settings here, so you can do smaller or larger, and they are awesome. I love them. I'm just gonna clip that to the trellis so that we can get some control back, if you will. Those things grow like wildfire. Yes, yes they do. I know, Les, you were on the live when I pruned last week. You guys saw and you were like, oh my gosh, are you sure you want to prune that much? Well, we're back at it because I didn't prune enough. So these are going to be looking super bare by the time I'm done. What's up, John Boy? It's still hot here in Tennessee. Well, you know what? Enjoy it, because come winter time, you guys are going to be wishing you had this heat. So don't complain. I'm not saying you're complaining. I'm just saying. All right, so we're going to put this, put that here. Oh, I've already clipped just right here. Perfect. You guys closer, show you what. It's so challenging. Like, I want to go over to the other side and start pruning, but then I keep finding more crap here. But then if I prune off too much off this side, I got to be careful that I didn't do too much from the other. So it's a process, you guys. I'm gonna take you guys over here, because this one is already getting out of control. So what do we got happening here? All right, so a big tangle here. Alright, I gotta get all these plants untangled and get them straightened out so that we can get a clearer picture of what is happening. So this guy, I'm gonna cut you right here. Right there. So this is what I mean by making a business decision. A lot of people would be like, no, why'd you get rid of such a big, healthy branch? But it's just making a mess and affecting the other ones. So get rid of it. And then there's, you know, quite the cleanup involved after the pruning because we are making quite the mess. I have some small hydroponic units that I grow tomatoes, lettuce, and herbs during the winter. Oh, cool! Do you keep it in a grow tent in the winter, or where do you keep it? Where do you keep your systems? Sometimes this gets so messy, I'm like, why did I start now? Well, because it has to get done, that's why. And also because I know what it's like to have powdery mildew. And I know that if you have your leaves overlapping too much, you know, there's moisture and humidity and bacteria, and it just recipe for mildew. I have to go around to the other side first. Thank you so much, Frederick. I appreciate you. What's up, MF Clone? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a great week so far. Thanks for joining. I am trying to figure out the mess that is my tomatoes. Trying to get some stuff straightened out, but it can be challenging. I'm gonna just flip you guys around here because I got to go to the other side for a minute. Hang tight. Uh-oh, never mind. I broke the branch that I was going to clip, so we're just going to cut our losses, no pun intended. And then this guy we're just going to clip. This way. Come around and fix that on the other side. It's a little bit difficult to do this on camera and show you guys exactly what I'm doing because everything's so effed up and tangled. So that's okay. You guys can just watch me sort through it. Jay says, do I use aspirin for PM hydrogen peroxide to help with root issues? Yes. So first of all, aquaponics is slightly different. This is aeroponics, so the roots are not sitting in water. They're suspended in just air, and they get periodically misted. I've never tried aspirin, but I do use hydrogen peroxide. I use 3% in very small amounts to give the roots a little extra oxygen and to help keep them white and clean. But I've never heard of using aspirin, so if you have more information on that, let me know. All right, what else? What else? Okay, so I've taken care of, I'll show you guys, I'll take you around. We've sorted through this. I had all these tomatoes kind of going over the peppers and overlapping. You see how they are over there? Now we're gonna have to tackle that side. So this is this side, no sign of powdery mildew. Just still quite a bit of foliage. I gotta clip this up here as well. All right, so I'm gonna just put you guys back here. And nothing to be sorry about, Jay. You guys should never be sorry in this chat. There's it's only opportunities and conversation, sharing information. There's no right or wrong answers, you guys. Just have fun, you know? All right, I'm gonna be on the other side for a second clipping so you guys can just hang tight. Oh, I just lost the clip. And I just broke a brick. Good job, Natalie. Definitely gonna have a little bit of a cleanup after this, that's for sure. So this is one side. It's already looking better, even though I've got branches kind of going horizontally and stuff. It's totally fine as long as they're healthy and have a lot of overlap. That's really my main concern. But this side, we still have work to be done because if you guys see here, so watermelons do like a lot of light. Dahlias and stuff, they like a lot of light, and I think that's why they're kind of leggy. When your plants kind of get leggy, like flimsy, that means they're not getting enough light. So same with these, they're not getting enough light because all these tomatoes are stealing the show, and so that is why I'm going ham with the pruning today, you guys. We're gonna clean up that other side now. So I told you today was gonna be a little long. That's why I hopped on early. Because like I said, every time I have stuff to do in here, I'm taking you guys with me. Guys, so much to prune, so little time. Actually, I have the time. It's just sometimes it feels like a chore, you know? But then once I'm done, my plants are happy, then I feel happy. Still trying to focus on what I can do on this side. I don't like all this overlap. When I say overlap, I mean leaves on top of each other. I kind of, I don't know, just want want to maximize airflow. I need to get another clip. Oh, got one right here. All right, let's go to the other side. Get my clips. Cool. All right, I'm gonna bring you guys a little closer. Time wasted indoors. Go out. Well, Seaside Grills, I spend a lot of my time outside. It's just an hour in here that you guys get to see me every day. Plus, girls gotta eat. If I don't take care of my garden, are you gonna take care of it for me? But yes, I agree, outside is where it's at, unless there's a heat wave and it's unbearable. But I go outside every morning at like 5 o'clock for my walk. Just make sure I do get outside, because you are so right. And I actually watched something today. It was a reel on parents and how this guy was telling his son that, you know, when I was a kid, punishment for me used to be staying inside. Like in the 90s or even in the 80s, like you used to want to go play outside. When you get punished, you'd have to stay inside. You wouldn't be able to go out with your friends and you know, play outside. But nowadays, for kids, it's like a punishment to go outside, which is like so twisted to me. So yeah, you're onto something, Seaside Grill. I understand what you're saying, but because I live in Canada and I only have 3 short summer months, yes, I should enjoy them, but I also need to figure out a way to grow my own food all year round, which is why I've got the indoor garden. And yes, it does require my time, so yes, it does take away from time outside, but that's okay, because it's worth it. Just rather than pruning right away, some of this stuff I'm clipping and just trying to reposition. I'm gonna flip you guys around on the other side. This is the area that I'm managing right now. I'm just trying to figure out which branch is from which plant. There's so much. closer. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, everyone listen. Les knows what's up. All right, I think I'm gonna have to get rid of one of these branches here because it's just too much. Sorry if I'm a little disengaged, you guys. Just trying to complete this properly. And then I'll be right back to chat with you guys. Oh my goodness, what a mess, you guys. I'm going to have quite the mess to clean up. I've already pruned quite a bit. You guys are going to see in about a week, these are, or even tomorrow, they're going to be insanely bushy again. What's up, G4T? Happy Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out. We are pruning the F out of our tomato plants today. Look at all that, you guys. That is everything I've pruned so far, but these are looking much cleaner and much better, and you could see all the branches and which plant they come from, whereas here it's still a little bit of a mess. So just working through it slowly, trying to untangle some of these plants because some of them are just all over the place. This branch is so big and it's got a lot of flower in it, so even though I said I'm trying to keep the height down, I might keep this one trellis here. Alright, take you guys over here. Oh yeah, jackashes, you're in Toronto, right? It's probably very hot by the city. You're not far from me, so sure it's hot where you're at too. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just snapped my tomato plant. That really sucks. I don't know if you guys just saw that. I don't know where it snapped, but it snapped. I heard it. I heard it. Oh, right there. All right, well, you know what? It's a sign. Let's just cut you right there. Too much happening anyways, so gotta work through this mess slowly. Ohio is diabolically hot, humid, no wind. Oh man, that sucks. But again, don't complain. I don't know how Ohio winters are, but I'd rather an unbelievably hot summer than cold ass winter. right, so the goal is to kind of get these back on this side so they don't take away from everything else that I've got growing here. I'm going to get some clips, and I'm going to try to somehow get this over to the other side. You guys can see what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, guys, what a jungle. What a jungle. But we're making headway, so that's good. The jungle is shrinking. I'm gonna get rid of this branch here. Oh my gosh, we're already looking so much. I just have to figure out this guy here. This is, oh my gosh, this plant is insane. Wow. All right, we're gonna hit it from the other side. How's my pulse working? Well, I have just been focused on I'm just trying to figure out VPD right now. So it's working well because it's opening my mind to other things that I have to focus on rather than just things like pruning, just the temperature. So right now I'm exploring VPD, and I do have to calibrate I have to calibrate the Pulse Pro for the CO2, and there's something else I have to do as well, but it's a little bit of not a learning curve. It's just I'm not a technical person, and so this is why I really want to do an in-depth video on this for you guys, because I'm not a technical person. I'm going to figure out a way to kind of translate the information and make it super digestible for everybody else. But the pulse has been amazing because of the heat wave. I have air conditioning on, and it does make it cooler than it should be in the grow tent. And so if I'm not home and I'm doing something and for a minute I want to check on my plants, then I can just look at the app and really gain eyes on what's happening while I'm not home, which I love. I've also got to set different parameters so that I do get notified when something happens, like temperature drop or BPD or any of that kind of stuff. I also, like a lot of the functions, I don't even know what it means, so I do have to learn it. Don't know what it means, but I know that it's necessary. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, guys, today's a little bit of a long one, just because there's so much to work through in this jungle. Quite a bit to work through. What's up, Vincent? Thank you so much for hanging out. Oh wow, yours is 80 degrees with your AC on. Right now mine is cold. It's 72. I gotta get it hotter. Normally it's about 75 to 76, but I had to turn the lights down while I'm working, so it is cooling things down in here. I will be turning them back up as soon as we're done pruning. Once I have the lights up, usually it heats up quite quickly in here. All right, we're looking almost bare. So you ever see those videos of those girls who are like, oh, I'm gonna cut some bangs, and then they do it, and then they realize they cut too much, and then they freak out? That's gonna be me after I'm done with my tomato. So sometimes I've had like huge branches, so I clip a series of together just to hold it. Am I making clones? No, I don't have any space right now for clones. I don't have my second bucket system set up. We will be adding clones into the second bucket system, but for now, I'm just pruning, tidying up, making sure I have proper airflow, making sure that we're doing everything to prevent things like PM, and giving our tomato plants the best shot possible, the best life possible, you know? It's like when you have kids, you want to give them the best life possible. Well, this is my version of that. Give my plants the best life possible. What else? All right, so there's one big freaking branch that I gotta take care of over here. Oh no. Sorry, tomato plant. Ah! You guys, I'm breaking so many branches just by trying to untangle these. It's crazy. Alright, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. I'm just gonna clip this. Oh no. I almost had it, and then the clip I'm using is broken. Great. All right. Wow, we've cleared off a lot already. I'm gonna leave that like that because it's going to Sorry guys, I'm not super engaged right now because I'm just focusing. But sometimes the lives are like this, you know? Not a lot of talking, more working. Oh, I keep grabbing, that's broken. And so every time I'm holding the plant in place, I keep effing up. Barefoot in the garden. Yes, I have slippers for the grow tent, but sometimes I just don't bother wearing them. And it's so clean in here, and I have slippers for the house so that I'm not like walking in the house barefoot and then walking in the tent barefoot. Gotta keep it clean, you guys. But yeah, I vacuum in here daily, so I tiptoe through the tomatoes. Yeah, because I'm so short. I gotta tiptoe. Short people problems, you guys. I'm really 5 feet tall. 5 feet and a quarter, actually. What else I got happening here? Got this, got that. So hope everyone's having a day so far. What's up, Sandra? All right, what else do I have to do here? Definitely have to clean up, that's for sure. I've made quite the mess. So I do have to do a little bit more clipping. But yeah, I'll take you guys around and show you how things are looking. Oh, there's one more thing I missed. Hang on. Just need another clip. Here are my pruners. Where did I just... G for T says 5 foot. Yeah, you're short. Nothing wrong with it. Get sneakers and clothes cheap. Yeah, man. No tax on children's clothes. All right. I'm just looking closely at anything else that might require a little snip, snip. All right, so, I mean, everything is looking a lot cleaner. I'm also going to, just gonna show you guys. See how much better that looks? Now it's not overshadowing, so yes, it does look bare, but at least we don't have everything overshadowing the other stuff, right? So that things can grow better. So I'm just going to, oh my gosh, I've got this fan blowing here and it's freezing. My plants must be so cold. I cut off this zip tie here that I tried to. All right. Gotta get this fan moved up higher here. It's so cold. My poor plants must be freezing. All right, now our cucumbers are getting good light. Just show you guys. So now we still have a lot of flower clusters happening. Everything's kind of just more organized, and we're gonna see more happening, right? It's not like the tomato. It's indeterminate, so it's gonna continue to flower. It's gonna continue to produce, and I've got a really concentrated cluster right here. Look at all that fruit, you guys. Look at that. So exciting, and I'm just really excited that we've got some ripening happening. So I know that the plant is brown tomatoes or reddish green, whatever you want to call it, and this one's orange. So I don't know which ones are going to be yellow or red. Forget what colors the tomatoes were, but we got a lot of little ones growing. So I'm happy that I'm staying on top of the pruning. It's going to help encourage that growth. But I don't know if you guys can see, like sometimes when the leaves overlap, it's so much moisture, and that's how you can get PM, you guys. So it's all about making sure you keep it clean, spaced out, proper airflow, all that stuff. And these are all things I'm learning still and trying my best to stay on top of. And some branches are broken here, so I'm just trying to pinch that off. Oop. But yeah, as you can see, the cleanup, so I just take my vacuum and I kind of go along the bucket tops. And then now I have an opportunity, because this is clear, now I can get my watermelons properly onto the trellis. So one is on it already, and then the second one grabbed on all by itself. I don't know how it was growing like downward onto the tomato buckets, but there it is. So again, watermelons are also susceptible to powdery mildew, so I want to be very, very, very careful. I'm gonna grab a clip for this because I want to get all the watermelons onto the trellis. That way I can properly clean the bucket tops. But yeah, look how much clearer that is, you guys. You guys saw when I started how brutal it was. Now we've got nice airflow, right? So the idea is to keep this area clear. You get some air flowing through here, and all the fruit going up there. So what else? Gotta clean up my mess. Got all these. I have the worst habit, because the second bucket system is right behind me when I'm pruning. I had already reset this system and cleaned it. Then sometimes I put my waste on it because it's just a surface that's available and buy, and then makes me feel like I probably have to do another cleaning before I start using it. So there's our toes. They're looking much better, and we've still got a good amount of foliage. It's not like all is lost and I pruned everything off. We're still in good shape, and now we're really setting up for success because we got all these cucumbers, and now they're gonna get some really good airflow. And oh my gosh, you guys, look at all the cucumbers growing. 1, 2, 3. There's more where that from, I swear, but I'm very excited. So yeah, that is it for the tomato pruning. Obviously, every time I get off the live, I go back and I just fix pruning. There are things that I miss sometimes, like right now, I'm looking for my pruners. Sometimes I miss things, and yeah, I gotta just stay on top of it. So I just do a walkthrough after I'm off the live to make sure I didn't miss anything. So if things look more bare tomorrow, that's why. All right, so I'm gonna grab a couple of clips. We're gonna try to get these watermelons on the trellis, and then I think we're gonna call it a day. This was a day well spent, and lots of work, and I feel like we accomplished a lot. And it'll be cool to see overnight what happens with the dahlia flowers. They are looking very leggy, which means like stringy and lanky, or flimsy, because they're not getting enough light, because the tomatoes have been overshadowing. So I'm gonna take one of these here and just get the watermelon onto the trellis. I'm gonna have to understand what goes into pruning watermelon plants and what the purpose is. Is it just for airflow? Is it for better fruit production? I'm not sure. So we got to figure that out. I got to know whether or not I have to prune. Whether or not I have to prune my watermelon plants. All right. So 3 of 4 watermelons are on the trellis, and I'm just gonna move. Sometimes I do a little bit of a Tetris thing, so I'll just see you guys around and show you. I have to shuffle things around sometimes just to make some space. So I've got this Chinese 5-color pepper plant right there, and I'm just gonna move it over to the plant port right next to it. A little switcheroo here. So there's more room here and more light. And then we're gonna have to do like a serious cleanup, because man, this just gets so messy after pruning. Got some tangled branches happening here. All right, so I've already noticed several more peppers than I had before. Whoops, sorry guys. I told you I'm clumsy. Yeah, we got a lot more peppers growing today. So I had the two main ones that started, and I've got a bunch of little babies growing, which is so exciting. So now everything is much more spaced out. These are getting some nice airflow. They're getting all the light. I don't have to share. And same with our watermelons now. So hopefully our first watermelon will continue to thrive, and maybe with some extra light, it'll do well. So there it is, first watermelon, yay! So yeah, guys, look at all the pollen on my glove just from readjusting pepper plant. All right, so I think that's it for today. Just a quick recap. That is that is the pile of waste. As you can see, it does make a mess on the floor. I like my floors to be spotless, so we did prune off a lot, but when you look behind me, it doesn't look like that much. There's still they still have quite a bit of foliage. And do I compost that? Yes. So I just used to throw in the backyard or whatever, but then it attracts the bunnies, and then the bunnies eat my flowers, so I just compost it. Or I actually, in the past, I've had a friend that's in fashion, and they use they use plant waste, or in the past they've asked for my plant waste in order to experiment with creating natural dyes for clothing, which is very, very, very cool. So, you know, maybe that's something I can get into one day as well. You know, dyeing your clothes, or the clothes that you buy from the store obviously are dyed with some nasty chemicals and stuff. So having a natural way to dye your stuff is very, very cool. So that worked out well, because every time I pruned, I would just give her a bag full of my waste, and she'd just experiment and try different things and see what colors you can get, and very, very cool. So that is a great way of recycling my plant waste. And yeah, I think I did a good job today, even though, you know, the branches, some are like this, some are like this. We've got fruit, we've got no PM, and our plants are still alive. So that's all I can ask for. Vin says my favorite color is green, as is mine. So my favorite color has always been purple. Like, I love purple so much. But ever since I started this garden, I'm like, you know what? Green is where it's at. I love green. So right on, Vincent. Green is a great color. All colors are great. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. We got a lot done today. Now I'm going to get off the live, do a little vacuum, and just, you know, check things, make sure everything's clean. I might move around some pepper plants just to allow for proper airflow and so that they can get some light. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. And tomorrow I'll be back at the same time. I might hop on, same as today, like a few minutes early, just to get myself set up and wait for some people to arrive. Today was a big, I've been on for like an hour and 40 minutes, I think. So I definitely have to move on with my day. So thank you guys. As always, it's been such a pleasure hanging out with you. And I really appreciate you guys just engaging with me, giving me tips and tricks, and just having fun, because that's what it is all about, you guys. It's just having fun one big experiment. That's all it is. So if you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Again, I am so close to my goal. I've got 8, well technically 9, but we're halfway through the 9th day. So I've got 8 days to get to 1,000 subscribers, you guys. Let's freaking go. To like, share, subscribe. You're gonna see a lot of long form content coming from me next week. I'm going to be flooding your YouTube with stuff just to try to reach my goals. So please help me get there. Normally I don't ask, but have been so great and supportive, so why not? Thank you guys again, everyone. Have a wonderful day. I'm sending you guys all the most positive vibes, sending you all sunshine, and we'll see you tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern. Bye guys, have a great day.